here was, if you're supposed to make 120 phone calls, now for my Subaru GM, this is a great question over here. You know, you just said if you're trying to make 17 phone calls an hour, say, how can you do it? Why?
How can I make the 17 calls an hour?
You said,
well, the issue that I'm having is the Subaru leads that are coming in are wanting so much information that I can't get that 17 calls in an hour.
okay, here's the thing. Guys, this is really important. The coordinator should not be doing this. This is not the coordinator's job. The coordinator should not be taking pictures. The coordinator should not be harvesting pictures. The coordinator shouldn't be going on the lot. The coordinator shouldn't be looking at inventory. The coordinator shouldn't be doing stock numbers. That is the sales consultant's job. That is the sales consultant's job. If you guys have strayed off the reservation, I feel bad for you. You can't make 120 phone calls if you're running around putting this together, putting that together, nor are you supposed to. So that's why we're having this question and answer. So again, the question that I just heard is, Sean, help me. I want to follow your system, but how the hell am I supposed to make 120 calls when I've got, you know, these Subaru customers? Because it's not your job. Your job is to turn around and make the phone call and try to get them on the phone. If you can't get them on the phone, go on to the next one. Phone call, phone call, phone call, phone call. You got somebody on the phone. Go through the dealer synergy phone process. And if you've engaged the process, and you, I guarantee you though, I'm going to just focus on you for a second here. If you master the phone process, the objections, the rebuttals, the steps, and the details, you'll have, honestly, less running around to do. That's what Charles said. I don't know if you heard it. If you're in control. If you're in control of the conversation, do you understand me? You're going to be more successful. If you're just an order taker following the prospect's orders and wants and wishes, you'll be running around. So the first step that for you, because then I have a step for the managers, the first step for you is to master your phone process, the top 10 steps, the objections and rebuttals, so you can navigate them and lead them to where you want them to be. The second thing, though, is if that does arise, that's an instant TO. Your people should not be doing all that other stuff, because she's right. Anything that she's doing other than making those phone calls is prohibiting her from, you know, selling appointments.
At that point, shouldn't, we've talked about this before, shouldn't she just take the call and stuff, or lead, and what we have, and the only thing, anything else, just send that lead assigned to a salesperson who is on the floor at that time?
That's, the process you have is not what I recommended, but that's better than nothing, yes.
I mean, if she has a customer wanting more information than we expect her to even know about, and say Tracy's on there at Subaru, that lead at that time would be sent to Tracy. She still sees it the next day to see what Tracy has done with it and follow up for the next day. Why wouldn't that just be the process instead of them taking the pictures, getting prices and stuff like that?
That's what my question is.
I mean,
you had a statement?
No, well, I was saying that in that particular situation, if she just assigns it to Tracy, what if he's not at his desk?
I'm saying the salesman's on board every day.
Yeah, but what if he's not at his desk?
I mean, she would need to verify with Chuck or somebody.
I was going to say,
He's
Terry
there.
tells us to
That's
turn any questions or anything over to our manager, that we are not allowed to turn it over to a salesperson.
That's Chuck's decision, it's not Terry's for that reason, but that's Chuck's decision of what he does in that store.
Yeah, I mean, after so long, you need to get somebody.
Now, question for you. How many people, this is really important, how many people would you say, your prospects, do you find yourself doing a lot of work for? I mean...
When she goes live, she's got a bunch, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I probably do. There's probably at least about 5 or 6 a week that I'm doing a lot of work for, like trying to figure out every bit of information I can.
That you shouldn't be figuring out anything. Now, I don't mean this in a bad way, because thank you so much for sharing it, because that's one of the reasons why you're not making the phone calls, you know, and that's not your fault. But this is almost got to be like a repetition job, like you're marching, because the hardest part is getting somebody on the phone. So the majority of what you're doing, 88% of the time, 90% of the time, you're just phone call, phone call, phone call, voicemail, 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 voicemail. When you finally get a live person, it's not to fight with it, it's to try to do your process. If you can't, it's instant TO. It is the salesperson's job to get product information, you know, pictures, videos, all that stuff. It makes no sense pulling a live asset, a limited live asset, from dialing for dollars to do all the stuff that a salesperson is better trained, better equipped, and has more time to handle. So I basically, your GM just said that we're both right. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta, after, this was why I'm here. That's big one. It's on video. Let's move.